What's going on, everybody? Rainbow Six Extraction has its first event, its first crisis event, Spillover, and I'll give you guys kind of my thoughts and impressions after playing it for a while. So what do you do in this event? Well, you load into a randomly selected level, and you're tasked with destroying all these nodes. So there's a phase 1, a phase 2, and a phase 3. And phase 1, you have to do 2 objectives. Phase 2 is 3 objectives, and phase 4 is 4 objectives. Each one of the nodes you have to destroy with the canister will give you various things. Some will spawn elites, some will spawn all invisible enemies. It's up in the air. And they're not the hardest thing in the world if you are prepared and setting up defenses and making sure you have the right operators. And I'll get to that more in just a second. But it's a lot of fun. I think this is great. I was having a blast. Unfortunately, I had to play with randoms, and that has been a bit of a mixed bag, honestly. And I think depending on who you're playing with is going to depend on how much fun you're going to have. It was really an experience because I haven't played Rainbow Six Extraction with a match-made party before up until now. Now, I do understand why they don't allow you to play this game mode by yourself, because I guess they don't want it to be too easy, and they don't want you to blow through it or whatever. But I will say playing this with other people is either great because you have people who are communicating and they understand, or you have the people because you only have a limited amount of resources when you spawn in. And I have spawned into matches where people have ran over, taken 2 healths immediately, maxed their health out, taken 2 or 3 ammos, taken a bunch of react tech, and they just took a whole bunch of resources immediately before we've even done anything. They haven't fired a shot, and then you're 3 or 4 objectives in, and there's no health. Or they'll throw 1 or 2 frags and go take react tech. Well, you didn't reinforce any walls, which means now you've taken that react tech, which means those of us who are trying to reinforce can't do anything. And the big problem is you have people who just bolt off. They grab one of the canisters and they run. They don't care. There's no reinforcement. There's no setting up. There's nothing. They don't care. They don't give a flying shit about the other players. They're there for themselves, and they're essentially forcing you to play at their speed. Now, when you have a team that is even moderately communicating, because actually the gameplay you're seeing right now, we didn't speak a single word to each other, and we beat this one. This was actually my first completion. And it comes down to just the mindset of the players you're with. Some people think blowing through it is going to be the best way to do things, and some people are going to be defensive and they're going to play correctly and work to the strengths of their operators. And speaking of strengths of your operators, I just want to say that now, once and finally, Tachanka is actually useful.
Oh my god.
He is so strong in this. Tachanka is like, well, he's the Lord, and he shows up in this so good. He's really good for the elite nodes, because there's one, I think when you do the final elite node, it spawns in apexes, and having his turret is like a godsend. It's so powerful, it's so useful. But basically all of the defensive style operators, any operator that has really strong survivability, they're going to be really good. They're going to be really powerful. Most people I've played with have brought LMGs because it's just, you have a lot of ammo. And it's when you're with a team that's trying to synergize a little bit and do things, it's awesome. It's a lot of fun. And I look forward to actually playing it with my friends when they get a chance. And the rewards for completing the event, because you have a series of challenges. You have to do some more studies. They're not very hard. The only one that's kind of a pain in the butt is you have to headshot invisible enemies, and most people just shoot them until they're dead. I'm also guilty of this and don't always aim for the headshot. But the rewards are pretty good. There's some good cosmetics. There's universal cosmetics for everybody. So there's a headgear, uniform, and then there's a pretty cool weapon skin. And that's cool. But the big thing is the turret. You can get a turret which takes up your gadget slot. You can set down and it targets you know, anything. It is really powerful. In fact, after this mission you're seeing, I ended up getting the turret, and it's a massive game changer. And every round I played, I could, especially with Tachanka, I could lock down objectives like crazy. It was awesome. The turret, it has knockback, it has a bunch of ammo. It is honestly a massive game-changing gadget, and especially for the event. So that should be your first concern, is getting your hands on the turret. I believe that you have to get 500 kills to get the turret, if I remember correctly. It's not that hard, because the 500 kills do not have to happen in the event. So if you want to like just run some regular missions to get that, you can. All in all, I think this event is great. I wish that they would keep a game mode like this on just kind of the game at all times, because I feel like the game is missing a really strong defensive sort of mode. I feel like the normal modes are more offensive. This is really nice. It feels more defensive. You get more time to prep. And I feel like some more of the operators get time to shine. I feel like they get the opportunity to be more powerful, like Tachanka. And it's just great. It's a lot of fun. It's chaotic. It's dangerous. And you really need everyone to pull their weight. And that's the best part about it, you know? Is like when you're with a good team and you guys get all the objectives done and you feel great about it, it feels good. But when you're with a team that takes all the supplies and then dies on the second objective and you have to just run to the exfil by yourself, it's not that great. It's not that great at all. But this is awesome, and I really, really hope Ubisoft can actually keep it up. It's a shame that unlocking everything, all the event rewards, was a little too easy. It's a little too quick. The event is here until like March, which I know is not very far away at this point, but it's here for like 19 days, a couple of weeks. So there's going to be time to get everything done. But realistically, with a solid group of your friends or even just a good group of randoms, you should be able to get the challenges done for this pretty easy. And if you're someone like me, I've ran through basically most of the content for this game already. Almost all of my operators are level 10. I've done all the studies, and I don't have a dedicated crew to play Maelstrom, so I don't play Maelstrom. I wish I could just play that solo. I've been kind of complaining about that for a while, but you don't want people to be like, it's too easy when they're by themselves. But this is great, and I hope Ubisoft can kind of keep up a tempo with events and new content for this game. I'm glad this has happened so soon after the release of the game. I think this is great, and I look forward to seeing what new content they can drum up in the future. But I hope you guys liked it. Make sure to leave a like, a dislike, comment, and subscribe for more if you're not already subscribed. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to catch you in the next video.